What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Fredo, aka Papa Fredo, and I'm here with my co-host.
Yo, what's the word, dog, man? Look, it's Marcel, aka Prince Marcel. You did.
And so, I do have to say, this is the Midwest Point of View podcast.
100%, man. Look, when we talk about dope people, dope places, man, and dope reasons why you need to rock with Midwest Point of View. For the Midwest, let's do it.
And this is where Midwest stories take center stage. Today we have
Ready to Poe, the award-winning, Emmy Award-winning. Ready to Poe, you hear me?
What's good, y'all? How you feeling?
Man,
feeling good, bro.
feeling great, bro.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Got excellence in the
XL
building.
Film Fest. I see black excellence everywhere. I see creativity everywhere. And it's just really been really good to be able to network with everybody and build with everybody and just be encouraged by all the black creativity and excellence we see around us, man. It's dripping.
Yes. And we thank you for coming out here today, sir. We do want to say a fat shout out to Shure as well for providing all of the podcast equipment here today so we can shoot this show. And thank you as well for coming out.
Collaborations around the
I'll
world.
go ahead and let my brother Prince lead us off here.
So, brother, I know you do a lot. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking and rolling for a minute. So, as the editor-in-chief, as I say, editor-in-chief of Creative Cypher, how do you use your position? How do you use your experience as a voice in media to shape our narrative and so forth and so on?
Yeah, I think the important thing is, like, part of being an editor is you are the one that's shaping the narratives. You are the one making decisions about what gets covered, what gets priority, what's first, what's last. And so I take that responsibility very seriously. So with that work comes decision making, and with that decision making comes like putting black people first wherever you can, putting our stories first wherever you can. Because oftentimes our stories are pushed down and not up. So that's how I approach it. That's what it's all about for me. And that's what I always try to keep in mind when I'm doing this work.
Okay, brother. I appreciate you saying that. I'm an author myself, so, you know, I really understand where you're coming from when you say we don't get enough recognition. You know,
We don't. I think ultimately, you know, we as a people, we fight so hard. We move the culture. The culture does not move without us, and so it's really important.
Preach, brother, preach.
It doesn't. I mean, anything that is cool because of black people. when you think about it.
We got it in the sports.
We and then later other people catch on to it, sometimes ruin it. But we are the ones that start things. We're the ones that are the movement starters, the culture builders, the trendsetters, and so I think it's important that we safeguard that, right? Because we're also the ones that are the most disrespected, and the ones that are the most discarded, not given credit or attribution for those contributions to the culture that we see today. So, you know, I think with Creative Cypher, you have a great community of creatives, black creatives, Latino creatives, black and brown coming together to showcase our stories. And I'll tell you, some of these films we've seen during this festival, I had the fortune of being one of the judges for some of the short films. Incredible stuff. I'm really moved by what we're seeing, the range from comedy to drama. It's a great crop of talent here, and I just hope that people don't sleep on that.
I do have to ask you, or your podcast, making highlights, black excellence, and legacy, how important is it for festivals like XL to achieve and elevate those same kind of stories through their film?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's extremely important. Our stories matter. Our stories are, when you think about history, right? History is documented in many ways. One, through a textbook. That's how probably most commonly we know history. But the truth is, history is collected over time, and how they get to the textbook is through movies, art, pieces of media, books. Without those things, there really is no history to document. So any piece of creativity that's out there I view as a piece of history, a piece of charting history and drafting history. And so every short film that's made, every project that's done, even if you think it's small, you are adding to the tapestry of our story that in 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, someone may look back and say, oh, okay, this film right here is a good time capsule into what it was like in 2025. This is a good time capsule into what life was like for black people in that era. And that's really important. We don't think about that stuff in the moment, but that's what this stuff does. It has that impact. So that's really what black stories are about. They're about preserving our history, and at a time where we have forces trying to dismantle our history, rewrite our history, erase it all out, it's really important we preserve and protect and fight harder than ever for our right to tell our stories.
So do you believe in some sense the film industry is a way for us to take that right back?
Yeah, the film industry,
that history.
I think it's many industries. The film industry is one of the big ones. That's how we tell our stories and narratives. We just saw Sinners have an amazing run.
Yes,
Shout out to
them.
Ryan Coogler's done with that. You know, I got to moderate the Chicago premiere and talk with him and get to know him a little bit and get to know his storytelling process. The guy's incredible. So film's a big way. TV, I think television, we're in the golden era of TV. Drama is... An HBO drama is doing better numbers nowadays than what a movie might in terms of like cultural footprint. So I think we got to think about that too. And then, I mean, I'm biased with journalism. Journalism is history. Journalists tell history. They are documenting history. I think all those things work together. They're intertwined. And so all of this is a celebration of that. You got media makers, journalists, creatives, podcasters, filmmakers, TV writers, so many folks in one space coming together. This doesn't happen every single day. We got to really tap in and take advantage of that.
Yeah, I do.
So my question to you, because you know, you don't just say these things because this is, you know, your opinion. You have accreditation behind it. You know what I'm saying? Being the president of the National Association of Black Journalists for the Chicago base, with everything that you've experienced, can you talk about what you've had to go through, your upbringing, your background, and even fighting for that inclusion, and what inclusion have you seen happen while you've been in as a journalist?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, my journey's not been easy. I've had a journey where people tell me no. I consider myself a door breaker. When somebody puts a no, that's a door, you knock it down.
Yes, sir.
And I've done that my entire career. And so many of us have to do that. And it helps to have allies on your side to fight and make that happen. So my boy Reg over there, another journalist who be fighting real hard. At the end of the day, for me, when it comes to NABJ and National Association of Black Journalists, it's all about impact for me. Impact is everything. We have given more than $150,000 in scholarships to power the next generation of journalists. We've raised so much money to train the future of journalism and future of storytellers. And what that does is it keeps us doing these things. It makes sure the next generation understands the importance of fact-based storytelling and documentation, but it also makes sure they have the opportunity to do so. So many times these spaces are dominated by people that don't look like us, people who are the majority, white people. So if we can help give a leg up, that's what we're all about. Impact over everything for me. And so NABJ gives me an opportunity to do that. Wrapping up my 5th year as president. It's been a labor of love. I'll tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah. There's times where I got, you know, there's battles, there's stress, there's headaches, but I would do it all again. I would do it all again because when I can see one of my students come up to me and say, Mr. Pope, thank you for this opportunity to write for The Defender. Thank you for this opportunity to cover Bears training camp. Thank you for this opportunity to, you know, go to the Obama Foundation. Like, those things matter to me. Yes. You don't see that in the moment when you're doing the work, but once you get to the end point, man, that's what it's all about right there. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity to be an impact maker, and that means all the world to me.
That's beautiful. So we know that you have worn many hats, from hosting to journalism, film critic, just as you mentioned here. How has your perspective on storytelling changed over the years? And how does that influence what you want to see showcased at events like XL FLIM FEST?
I think storytelling for me, I started seeing storytelling as mostly journalistic. And that was a very basic way to look at it. But that was a very early thought. That went away quickly once I really dug into film classes, and storytelling is universal. It's more than just film, it's more than just journalism, it's advertisements, it's podcasting, there's stories in everything we do. And storytelling is it's the tapestry of America. So if we can be a part of that tapestry, stitch by stitch, we got to be a part of it, man. So for me, storytelling is always about the people. If you keep the people at the center of your stories, you're always doing good work. And so that's always my goal.
Okay. So here's my question. This is something I actually am truly passionate about. Chicago, Midwest, to me, has seemed to always been overlooked as a creative hub. As you see, built something so beautiful, so magnificent as a lighthouse like XL Film Fest. With it being awfully overlooked in the national film conversation, what do you think makes the Chicago scene, the Midwest scene, a unique place to be the front line for XL Film Fest in this region?
You know, Chicago's been rising in the film and TV space. There's no doubt about it. I think people think right away LA, Atlanta when they first think about where things are filming. But, you know, we got The Bear. We have our NBC shows. You have different movies that film here from time to time. The Batman filmed here. The Batman sequel is rumored to be coming back to do some work as well.
Okay,
I'm not going to put out any official bill yet. It's a rumor. It's a rumor out there. There are murmurings out there. That's all I can say.
Transformers, come back.
This is not a report. That's not an official report.
Okay.
But what I'm basically saying here is that folks love our lakefront. They love our architecture, but more importantly, they love our tax credits. Illinois has one of the best tax credit structures for filming. It's cheaper to film here in so many places, and more people are realizing that. In the past, when they set something in Chicago, maybe they do like a flyover shot, right? They do drone shots, but it's not filmed in Chicago.
Yeah.
They've changed that. They're coming here. They're realizing they got to invest more in the community, show a Chicago that's lived in, and they get money back from it. Governor J.B. Pritzker's been working hard to incentivize that. There are some challenges that filmmakers are having that still need to be worked out. And, you know, anytime you got politics and creativity intertwined, things are going to get messy. But overall, Chicago, the sky's the limit. This has all the potential. I think it already is the Hollywood of the Midwest.
Yes, sir.
I think more things are going to be filmed here in the future. I mean, look what Ironheart did.
Man,
Ironheart, Disney Plus, right?
Disney Plus.
You know, I mean, there's so many things going on here. What the Bear's done, putting the show. I live in the Gold Coast area. I see the Bear filming all the time. we got Corey walking in right now from the Bear. It's hilarious. So, you know, I think the sky's the limit. The key thing is still going to be this: the people who are coming out of Chicago and who make it. They get their big script approved. They get their big deal from Netflix. They have to make the decision to come back here and do their stuff. Will they? I think they ultimately will. This is a great place to film, and so the future is bright. The sky's the limit. We'll see what else films here soon. But I know the streamers love Illinois. They love Chicago. Apple TV, Netflix. They love the tax credits. That's what it's all about.
All right, Brandon, my last question for you is going to be, what can we look next for you? What can we expect?
Well,
rolling out next for us.
Well, so what you can expect from me for sure. I got my new platform, the Screening Room.
Okay.
It's a Screening Room newsletter. It's a newsletter you can subscribe to on Substack. It's funny. I'm actually going to be on CNN this Sunday talking about it. You can catch me on CNN Sunday at 7 o'clock in the 7 o'clock hour. Screening Room, it's movie news, it's TV news, it's reviews, it's discussion about all this from a local perspective and a national perspective. People often see me watch these movies early. You're going to get my reactions early, right? Highest to lowest, the new Spike Lee Denzel film. You know, got a fresh review that just dropped with that. We partner with the Source magazine, so we're able to put our stuff on those platforms as well. So you can expect that. You can also expect to see a podcast personally dropping from me soon that's more broad-based, more variety. And then we'll have some announcements coming soon about what my big boy job going to be.
Okay.
We love that. We love that. You know what, man? It dawned on me. It dawned on me that we always talk about our point of view. You know, when people come and tune into our show. But what is your point of view on the culture? Where do we go from here? What would you, if you had all of us sitting in the room and you said, hey, this is where I think we should go, we could strive for, what would you tell us?
Well, that's a broad one.
It's heavy, too. I know
It is. I often say we need to have a family meeting, a community conversation. I think we as a black community, I'm speaking to black people, I think we often are too harsh on each other. Especially we get way too in the men versus women. We get way too tribal. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, you don't see other races do all that. I want us to love each other better. We both face some of the same challenges and struggles. I want us to listen to each other better. Men listen to women more. Women listen to men more. I think that is really important.
Yeah.
And you see a community sit down and say, hey, we all need to be nicer to each other overall.
Yeah.
If we can get that, we're unstoppable as a people.
I agree. Well, we want to tell all the people that's watching right now on all the platforms that they can follow you on.
Yeah. So I'm at BPope TV on social media at BPOPE TV. You can also find me on Substack at The Screening Room, Brandon Pope Screening Room. You can also once again search at BPope TV. Also BPopeTV.com, one-stop shop for everything. And I'll see you guys around.
Okay, great having you, man. Shout out to Sure. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to us at Midwest Point of View on Instagram, all social media platforms. It's Midwest Point of View, and we go.
Yeah.